landfill issue, yes, sir.
It's a county issue, sir.
How is that?
Well, because it's in our county. And if you read the 9412, it says, "We shall direct, supervise, and manage." The county shall. So what I'm asking you, sir, is Guadalupe County. With Guadalupe County, I want to know, with bringing their refuse and trash into our county, will they sign an agreement that if our water is contaminated in the near future, 10, 15, 20 years from now, will Guadalupe County step up to help clean it up? Or will we be just taking Bernalillo counties, Guadalupe counties, just to where we can meet the income coming in and pay for the high wages, except for the union employees?
So your concern is about groundwater contamination?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's no groundwater under the landfill. As a matter of fact, the Estancia Valley Regional Landfill has an exemption from groundwater monitoring because of that.
And what kind of geographical formations do you have underneath?
I can't recall that, but I mean, this is an engineered study. There was an environmental impact study done back in 1998. There were drilling cores submitted to the Environment Department, and the Environment Department was satisfied that groundwater contamination is not an issue.
Okay, we'll move from there because, again, we agreed to disagree. Because I've seen the cracks and the fractures in the granite that's underneath it, and it can contaminate. But we'll move on from that.
Mr. Chairman, could we please get a ruling from the county attorney in reference to this management issue you're referring to?
If what? Ruling on what?
The management issue in the ordinance?
Have you got a copy of it?
Mr. Chair, I can address it. So you're looking at the solid waste ordinance or the statute?
No, the 9412. It's under authority, section 2.
Correct. Let me back up a little bit. There are two functions that the solid waste authority performs. One of which is the subject of the joint powers agreement. And what the joint powers agreement does is every entity that participates in the joint powers agreement for the solid waste landfill function gives over that power to the authority to operate that. So within the joint powers agreement, that environmental gross receipts tax payment, every entity that is a member contributes that for the landfill function. So the joint powers agreement deals with the landfill function, and in the joint powers agreement, the county has given that power that it has to the authority, and so have all of the other member entities. So Village of Willard, City of Moriarty, Torrance County, all of the entities that participate in the joint powers agreement have given the power they have to the authority to run the landfill. And the payment for that, which you correctly stated, does not go up or down. It is the environmental gross receipts tax. So that's the payment for that function. And whether the county went with a private hauler or continued with the current agreement, that environmental gross receipts tax would continue to go to the solid waste authority for that separate operation. What is at issue here is the contract for the waste collection service, which is not a part of the joint powers agreement. Has been traditionally a contractual relationship between the solid waste authority and the county for those services. So I guess I'm trying to describe the legal distinction between these two functions. One, a joint powers authority, and the second is a waste collection service that the county has been purchasing, in effect, from the solid waste authority.
So we could go out for contract without any problem to run the transfer stations.
That is an option for, the county to pursue an RFP.
Okay, okay, well, that's good enough. So what we have to decide is, do we want to continue to pay more than what we could save taxpayers for? If the savings was there. I mean, we don't know until we go out for an RFP whether we could or not.
Right, and I think the proposal that the managers presented through me to the commission had that in mind, that, to conduct that research as to, whether or not there are other options, but to have something in place in the interim to give the county that opportunity to go forward and look at its options for the future.
Okay, I'll accept that. Now then,